Everyone, this is Neelam. Welcome to Sapiosexuals, the Learning Minds. Hope you are keeping safe and dealing effectively with the pandemic. To be honest, I'm having such a hard time dealing with the new normal. It's like lots of anxiety, fear of failure, disrupted schedule, and whatnot. Oh God. Being a psychology enthusiast and a fan of self-development genre, in this pandemic, I realized that no matter how cool stuff I read, my learning actually depends upon how well I'm able to execute it. It doesn't matter how many things I have in theories and on paper. My success and contentment would depend upon how am I able to implement them in my action. And contemplating this, I realized that I've been very lazy about updating content on the channel. I really needed some motivation and help. And guess what? I landed on Kiss That Frog by Brian Tracy and got something valuable to share with you. So first of all, why you need to read Kiss That Frog? Because it's going to provide you fuel to deal with your disrupted 2020. It's a quick read and a weekend delight. And in case you're a person who seeks value even in their leisure time and enjoys feeding their brain with good content, then I think you won't regret reading this book. Into the cream, it has lots of engaging stories and narratives that will keep you interested in reading further. So the author says that it is your negative thoughts that are keeping you away from realizing your full potential. We can deal with these negative mental obstacles using psychological exercises and techniques. So basically the author said that your negative thoughts are those ugly frogs that need a kiss of transformation from you, the princess. So in a way, the book is about framing the right mindset and developing resilience. The techniques that will help you have the right perspective and deal with reality are given in 12 chapters. Before you kiss that frog, that is, you accept your flaws, weaknesses, evaluate your strengths, you also need to visualize your transformed self. That is the prince you want to become. Chapter 12 the most because it has the daily checks that you need to keep practicing in order to nurture yourself. Just as our physical diet determines our fitness, our mental diet determines our character, personality, and our future. Geigo is not just limited to computer jargon. So a positive mind will lead to a positive personality. It's like good in, good out. And there are 7 essentials that are being given for training your brain to remain a positive personality.
So let's talk about the 7 essentials that you would need to train your brain. Number 1, positive self-talk. Second, lucid vision about yourself. Third, positive mental food. Fourth, positive companions. You know that Friends web series, Vaisa Wala Friends. Then learning attitude, which obviously needs to be positive and thriving sort of. Then coming to the 6th one, which is like positive health habits. I'm really struggling with this one. And 7th is positive expectations, which obviously remind us of that self-fulfilling prophecy notion that you become what you expect. So let me just share an illustration of a Sedona method, which I found very interesting. It is a method for regaining your emotional balance, right? So the author asks you to hold a pencil and just squeeze it as tightly as you can, right? Maybe you can flip your hand, and then they ask you that what is actually holding this pencil, like can't you just simply drop it? So what is actually holding it? It's your inner potential. It is your own energy that is grabbing it, right? I can drop it. So now let me give just context to it. So in a way he was saying that this pencil is like a grudge that you are holding against a person, a situation. You're upset about something that has happened in the past, and you are still keeping that in your heart. So you are investing your energy in it, right? You need to ask yourself first that are you really willing to leave this negative energy? Don't you want to overcome this negative association, right? So that's how it provides you very simple illustrations of what you actually need to practice. It's as simple as that first identify the person, identify the situation that is making you upset, and then eventually let it go and practice compassion. So the book has got a lot of simple methods that you can actually practice. For example, law of substitution, that is, you need to replace your negative thought with a positive idea, then there is this magic wand exercise wherein you have to idealize and visualize that what if you had a magic wand and you could use it in different areas of your life, no matter it's related to your career, relationship, fitness, and that's how it progresses. One thing is for sure, after reading this book, you will realize that positive is not the most negative word of 2020. It will at least motivate you to become mindful of your cognitive processes or the practices that we implement in general on daily basis, right? The only negative that I felt or the loophole that this book has is the information is not backed with research or empirical evidences. For example, if you are somebody who reads Malcolm Gladwell kind of content, so you would think that there is no, significant evidence, or like it's not backed with data, so you might want to take it with a pinch of salt. But as we said initially, that it's more about those tiny tools and techniques that you can use in your daily life, and it's a lot like a crash course of personal development. So it's like warming up yourself with self uplifting content in order to maintain your mental and emotional hygiene. You'll find lots of inspirational quotes in the entire book, and they are accompanied with a graphic of a frog that I really find cute and lively. So it's a Maggie like quick read, fast to cook, good to eat kind of stuff. It covers concepts like victimhood, rationalization, justification, then habit patterns, ego, anger management, neuroprogramming, and other interesting stuff. So after reading this, I plan to kiss my frog and stay hopeful despite this corona ka कहर. And I wish all the good health to you and your family. Please stay safe, stay inside. And in case you liked our content, feel free to share and subscribe. Also, if it is possible for you, do share in comments like how you are dealing with the current scenario, like what mechanisms you are using to cope with the situation, right? So I think it might help all of us and learn from each other's experience. So with this, I'm saying bye for now. Take care.